Hey, hey, we are listening to the Katana Zero soundtrack. It's an absolute. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, there we go. Whew! Audio fixed. Oh, that was terrible. I forgot to mute. I had the stream up so I could do mod stuff. Since OBS doesn't want to let me do mod stuff through OBS. Betrayed by mod powers. Who could have seen that coming? Not me. Not me, that's for sure. Hello and welcome, though. Much love, as the kids say, right? That is what the kids say, isn't it? Much love. If not, they should say it because it's true. Much love. Hope you all are having a great Wednesday. We are live for New Comic Book Day. And if this looks like a Piggly Wiggly bag, that's because it is, man. My shop man gives me comic books in all kinds of bags. Very rarely are they actually related to comic books. Although sometimes we do get comic book related bags, man. Like I got, I guess CGC gave them some CGC bags a while back. So I got a couple paper bags like that too, which is kind of fun. Let me get the stream starting soon. Off. And if you don't believe me, that is the Katana Zero soundtrack. I got news for you. There it is, right there on YouTube. You can go look this up. Katana Zero Workout Mix. It's a really fun game. Pretty brutal, kind of rough. I'm not actually very good at it, but I beat it somehow. If you want to see somebody who's really good at it, ask Warren Joker to play it for you. He will be like, yes, I shall play it on the hardest difficulty with no slowdown. And then he'll beat it without dying once, because that's how Warren rolls. Not all of us are as amazing as that. Oh, I got Photoshop open for when I made the little YouTube thing that I posted, telling people to go to youtube.com/ElizaBar. You didn't see that. Let me just pull that up here. And if you're wondering, this is like some crappy image I made with Dolly Mini like a year or two ago, whenever that was. So this is AI generated, but I probably could just doodle this now. In fact, I might do that. Like, that would get rid of the weirdness around the ears and stuff. So I might doodle myself some silly Shiba Inu things and use those as thumbnails. I know a lot of people are morally opposed to art, but it ain't like I was trying to steal an artist's stuff. I'm just like, what would be funny? This would be funny. And I made it because it would be funny. A little Shiba Inu getting ready to kick some butt. I think I asked it to actually make, like, a superhero as a Shiba Inu or something like that. But whatever. So we just did finished recording, I should say, reviews for One Operation Joker Volume 2. Those have been going up on the channel here this week. I think let's see. Tomorrow might be the fourth one and the last one. I don't remember. But I got Volume 3 here, so I'm going to try to read this weekend so I can get you some Volume 3 stuff. And of course, I got books from last week still to read. They're stacked up just off camera over there next to a pile of Star Wars novels. I don't want to talk about that. Look, man, I had some good Goodwill runs. I think I showed these on camera at some point. Like, here's 3, and then there's 4 more over there. They're like $1 or $2 each. Like, who cares? I like Stackpole's writing, man. Stackpole is a hack, but he is a lot of fun to read. His stuff is just a blast. I remember checking these books out, at least the Stackpole ones from, the county library where I used to live. We would go over there maybe like once a week. I'd get like 2 books, and I would just devour the novels, man. That's one thing I have not done here. I haven't been to the library once. Not the local library, like the county libraries. I haven't been to the university library, which is weird for me because I love libraries. I guess I just ain't had like an excuse. If you're part of Stackpole novels when the engine explodes, hey, that's BattleTech novels. But yes. Hey, that's how Natasha Kerensky went out, man. She held up an entire cluster at the pass on Twycross. And then she lit up her reactor, brought it down, killed like a whole star of their troops. Good times. If you gotta go out with a bang. Hold on. Let's go to Sarna. There we go. All right. Speaking of Natasha Kerensky, well, there she is, the Black Widow herself, leader of the Black Widow Company, Wolf's Dragoons. I think they were an independent company. I don't think they were stuck to one of the Wolf Dragoon regiments. I think they just did whatever they wanted. And the Wolf brothers just had to deal with it, because are you going to say no to her? Probably not, because she's about to laser blast you with her laser smig, and that'll be that. I can't remember what mech she was riding when she died. Hold on, say yeah, Great Gash on Twycross. Look at that, I knew it. I knew it! Called it! Like Chrissy's Fallen Battle Mech. Oh, she was in a Dire Wolf? Yeah, no wonder she could hold off like a whole cluster of mechs. She should have been in, of course, the correct mech for Natasha Kerensky, which is a Warhammer. There we go. That is just an ugly Warhammer design. Not the color scheme. The color scheme's fine. I dislike this Warhammer very much. Isn't there like a version of this where she's topless or something? I think like the original printing, it tells the Black Widow Company had a topless cover, didn't it? References. Oh yeah, look at that thumbnail. You can clearly see she ain't wearing a shirt there if you squint. That's as close as we're getting, man. I'm not clicking on that. I'm not getting in trouble with the YouTube overlords. I have the knowledge of so many fictional worlds in my head. It's absolutely crazy. Let's get this stuff out of this Piggly Wiggly bag, though. Hey, Ninja Weasel, you're from the other part of the country, right? Don't they still have Piggly Wigglies in, like, the area you live in? Because Piggly Wiggly, like, had two strongholds. One was, like, down south, and then apparently the other is up here where I live, of all places, for whatever reason. I have no idea why. I think my first exposure to seeing a Piggly Wiggly was actually in the movie. Okay, here we go. Piggly Wiggly locations in the U.S. I think the first time I saw a Piggly Wiggly, though, was in Steel Magnolias. Great movie. Absolute tearjerker. It's probably my second favorite role Tom Skerritt ever played. But yeah, that was the first time I saw Piggly Wiggly. Is that on their Wikipedia page? Doesn't look like it's listed here. Now, I know you're thinking to yourself, Elizabar, this does not look like the kind of manly action fare that you like to watch. To which I have to say, shut up. It's a great movie. Sally Field at her absolute best. Alright? You can take or leave Shirley MacLaine. But Daryl Hannah, Julia Roberts, like, they're all absolutely killing it. And Dolly Parton plays a hairdresser. It's so much fun. And then the movie just, like, takes your heart. And it's like in, you know, Temple of Doom. It takes your heart, it just reaches in, grabs your heart out of your chest and holds it. And you just, like, watch your heart beating there right in front of your face. Good movie. Alright. So, I don't want to spend this whole, 30 minutes I expect to be streaming talking about chick flicks. Alright? I know, somebody out there, they've already tuned out. They're like, Elizabar's talking about girl movies? Like, come on now. What kind of person is it? Look, deal with it. When I go to get my comic books, I go to Graham Crackers. And when I go to Graham Cracker on a Wednesday, I get not one, not two, but 3 books for free out of the dollar bin, which used to be the 50-cent bin. No, wait, I skipped a step. Which used to be the 75-cent bin, which used to be the 50-cent bin. Inflation is killing us all. Seriously, man, have you seen, like, the McDonald's prices? I thought that was hilarious, dude. Can I find that on Twitter real quick, or do I need to go find a news article? McDonald's. Yeah, there's a Piggly Wiggly kicking around. What? Why is there like a naked woman at McDonald's? What? Bro. Okay, apparently my attempt to find what I'm looking for at McDonald's has utterly and completely failed. But I read that McDonald's is like business is down because people who make $45,000 or less per year can't afford our $18 Big Mac meals. And I'm like, bro, why is your Big Mac meal $18? Like, let's start there. Let's start with the problem. Fast food is supposed to be cheap. It's supposed to be mostly filling. And it's supposed to be super fast and convenient. You know, hence the fast in the name. And now, you go to McDonald's. I think the last time I went to like a fast food restaurant, it took as long to get my stuff, just about like 15, 20 minutes, as it would have taken me if I went to a freaking steakhouse. And the price was the same. Why would I go to a fast food restaurant, pay like $18, when I could go across the street to like Longhorn Steakhouse or something, or go to like, I don't know, any kind of like not classy but not cheap sit-down restaurant, and for the same price and like an extra 10 minutes, I get somebody to bring my food out, I get to take my time while I eat it, and I get something better than a fast food hamburger. Like, where's the value proposition here for anybody who's not like on the road and driving? I can't think of it. I absolutely can't think of like where the value proposition is there. It's no wonder McDonald's is like not doing great. Like, have they thought about their business for 5 seconds? No. No, they haven't. On a very similar kind of tangent, I saw one of the rental companies, I think it was Hertz, they had apparently like committed $200 to buying EVs, and they found out that one, nobody wanted to rent the EVs, and two, that they were more expensive than they thought they'd be, and so now they've stopped doing that, but they're left with like 20,000 cars that they're gonna have to write off or something. Absolutely like crazy. Like, usually when people are renting stuff, they're renting it because they're either taking a long trip, in which case an EV is probably not appropriate, or they're renting it in a place they're not familiar with, and thus they don't know where the charging stations are. And not every gas station has charging stations. Like, that whole plan seems like it's a couple years early. Maybe in 5 or 10 years, that plan would have made sense for Hertz, but I don't know, bro. People whose job it is to make a lot of money don't seem to actually know how to make a lot of money. Go figure. What's that called? The Peter Principle, where you get promoted to your level of incompetence, and so they've just kind of gone up. Yep, I'm a good middle manager. Yep. Oh no, I'm like this muscle here. I don't know what I'm doing. Seriously, are we like looking at this dude's butt? Like, what is going on here? What's going on in solution number 3 for Malibu, part of their Ultraverse lineup? Okay, well, we just flipped this open randomly to two really hungry demons about to get freaky with a lady or something. I don't think I'm old enough to be reading this comic book. I think I need to take this back to the store and get a refund on free. Speaking of my store, my shop man. Oh man, I'm telling on him, man. My shop man is he got into Warhammer 40k. He's got a whole little pile of Plague Marines that he's painted up. I'm worried about him. I'm worried for him, and I'm also so proud of him. Ha! Don't make me laugh while I'm drinking, man. A free fund, if I will. Indeedly do. You are correct. Hey, this is a great time. If you somehow made it in here, you know, to the tune of 10 or 15 minutes, wherever we're at now, go ahead and hit that like button. It's let's see, probably right about there, just below my fingernail. Just click that like button. Sinesh may love you best, but Papa Nurgle loves you forever. He does indeed. Good old Grandpappy Nurgle. Somehow, from watching those silly videos where people dig like an Alex Jones rant and like put his head on like top of a Space Marine or whatever, like, because I watch like some of that stuff, I now have like YouTube shorts about 40k stuff on my front page of YouTube all the time. I can't get away from them. And so I ended up watching one yesterday, I think it was, about like some Nurgling that like drank an entire plague, and then Grandpappy Nurgle was so happy that he was like, "You are now a great unclean one, my little boy." So yeah, Nurgle loves you forever. He just wants you to hang around with him for forever, in pain, suffering, you know, all that stuff, except he makes you numb so you can no longer feel the pain and suffering that you're going through. Isn't that nice? So yeah, you know, he's like, I don't know if once I get done painting these, I don't think I'm going to paint anymore. And I'm just thinking to myself as he says this stuff, yeah, right, buddy. He's like, yeah, after I paint all these little guys, you know, I got to get like a big one, but those are so expensive. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, greater unclean ones are pretty expensive. He just looked at me like, oh no, he knows. And I'm like, yeah, I know, bro. Like, well, I was about to make a comment, but it's a little too personal information for him, so I'm not going to say it. But, you know, it's like starting a family, basically. That's how much it costs to be into 40k miniatures. But I might take him some of my stuff. Like, I'm never going to paint the couple $100 worth of, like, lead I have laying around. So I might as well just take it over there and give it to him, and he can just paint it, even though he can't play it in 40k. Of course, he's painting plastic, right? That's like modern 40k stuff. It's all plastic on plastic sprues. It ain't even pewter anymore, man. That's kind of crazy. I guess it's cheaper, and it's probably better for everybody because there's no lead in it, unlike old school pewter, which had lead in it. Like, wasn't lead like used not just because it was soft, but also because it was like a flux and easy to get out of the molds or something? I don't know. That's talking about stuff I don't actually know about, so I am just gonna drop that particular line of conversation. Dang, this soundtrack is good. Anyway, I don't know what's going on in the solution number 3, but it had some cool looking like monsters and stuff here, so I guess that guy's the solution, or girl, or whatever. Somebody with a big like Saracen sword. It's Sirocco! Oh, it's maybe the previous Sirocco, before the current Sirocco killed the previous Sirocco and took his powers. City of Heroes reference for you there, people. Look it up, it's a great game. You'll thank me later. Unless you're Ninja Weasel, in which case you're going to tell me that I should go play the award-winning, critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with the free trial at yada yada yada. In which case, okay. Yeah, I beat you to it. Lol, he says, I beat you to it, bro. Alright, my next book, I probably wouldn't have got. Except I got a soft spot for these characters. These are the old, well, maybe old is the wrong term. These are the Archie heroes, man. The Shield. I guess that's the human fly up there. Although the fly was a man. I'm actually having a hard time recognizing any of these except for those two. So anyway, I like the Mighty Crusaders characters. I think I might already own this issue, but with a different cover. So, whatever. We got this one now, and that's okay. Oh yeah, look at that. We got like weird tentacle aliens. It's like the beginning of Baldur's Gate 3. except with less of me and me telling Six, please do this the right way, Six, please. Please make a good decision. What are you doing, Six? Why did you just push the enemy over there out of my attack range? Please stop. Yeah, it's no wonder that particular multiplayer campaign did not click. Oh, there he goes. I mean, I don't have to tell you that. You already played the free trial of the critically acclaimed MMO Final Fantasy XIV that goes all the way up to level 70 with no restriction on playtime and includes the award-winning expansions Heavensward and Stormblood. Oh, that's right. That got thrown in, didn't it? Didn't it? Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Baldur's Gate 3 was fun, man, but I don't think me and Six were on the same page with playing it. So it's a good thing we decided to go back to something we were on the same page for. Europa Universalis. That's the web? I thought the web was dudes in armor. You were notified, XLG. There was a Discord notification. You just didn't look. Fly Girl. Inferno. War Eagle. Oh, that's the Comet? Dude, some of these costumes are very different from their Impact comic iterations. This is not Kavinsky's Night Call. This is You Will Never Know by Bill Kiley. Please get your synthwave correct, XLG. See, in Night Call, there's a synthesized voice from the Dead Cruiser speaking, saying, you know, I'm giving you a night call, like that. Because he wants to drive you through the hills. And wants to tell you things that you don't want to know. This is from the Katana Zero soundtrack, bro. Do they actually use their powers in this book at some point? Okay, War Eagles fly. Ooh, that's cool. I like the claws. That's very City of Heroes, dude. I could go make that character right now. Hold up. What's up, XLG? You said Elizabar. What does that mean? What is he telling me? He just says my name and then stops. Oh, I don't have Key Pass open. I was all going to log into City Heroes and try to make that costume, and then I didn't even have Key Pass open. I have no idea if it's coming out on PC. I got zip. Nada. Zero. Nothing. I have not been paying attention to when it comes out, although from the amount of art I'm seeing, it must be coming out soon. So I assume it's coming out on PC. The other one did, although it had like a delay, didn't it? Was that the end of the album? Yeah, let's go back to the beginning. Alright. Let's see if we can make this character real quick. Oh, I don't have an inset window for City of Heroes to put up. What's this game capture I have? What's it set to look for? Properties. Here we go. Capture specific window. Phasmophobia, no. It won't. There's no City Heroes in the list. Give me a second. There it is. Okay. Aha! We're gonna see if we can duplicate War Eagle's costume real quick. Move the book over like that. It looks pretty easy. Those, I think those would fit in with the zombie hands. She looks like she'd be a savage melee character, and probably, I don't know. Sure, whatever. Doesn't matter. Alright, let's look at this hair. The hair kind of stands up. There was that shot of them out here. So her hair's normally just slicked back. Like that. So she's got no mask on. Here, we'll make her a bird. Okay, sorry. Her hair's a little more slicked back than the serrated sugar hair. And it goes kind of wild when she's fighting. So it must be pretty long. I think we'll go with that. Her hair's like pure white with a little bit of... Bro, unlink. I think we're going to match that tannish color exactly. Well, maybe this. Nah. We'll go with gray. Like that. Her skin here has turned kind of golden. Is that like she transforms? No, her skin is that color naturally. So let's give her kind of a goldish tone. Whew, that's just gold. That's maybe a bit much. I don't think we can match the skin tone. That's probably as close as we'll get. But her skin's a little more brownish than that. Maybe that? Skin's more golden than that. But I think this is probably as good as it's going to get without making her full gold, which maybe it's fair. Let's just go full gold. We're doing it. Okay, then she's wearing just like a bodysuit. Hawk Girl's a Thanagarian. They're not vulnerable to anything, XLG. Unless you're talking about the original, like, Hawk people, who, those characters are powered by magic, and she doesn't have hollow bones. Because she's Egyptian. I mean, is this just a plain white bodysuit? I think so. It just looks like a plain white bodysuit. So we need... tops with skin, probably. Why would you be giving me, like... The default option should be, like, nothing is on the character. Okay. Yeah, turn this off. I don't want that. Okay, so the chest. Let's look at the other shot where she's in action. Oh, it's got like a jaggy edge on the top of the cups. Okay. We're definitely not getting that out of our character creator options here. That's as close as we're going to get, maybe. Oh, jungle, right? Doesn't jungle have... No. No, that's not what jungle is. I don't know why I was like, let's go look at this. She doesn't have the deep plunge, and it's the shoulders aren't covered. Let's get this crap off her shoulders. Get those pauldrons off of here, bro. Nobody wants your stinking pauldrons. Go away. It says no shoulder straps, and there's a jaggy top. And yes, XLG, you were in fact out-nerded again. Would you like to continue to be out-nerded? Because I can talk about... I don't even like those characters, man. I am not a Hawkman fan. Although the turn in the Justice League cartoon was pretty good. Wow, that just covers nothing, does it? I kind of feel like Frost is as close as we're going to get. It doesn't really get the midsection right, but that's okay. Gloves. She doesn't have any gloves. We need bare hands with the zombie. Like, I think that is... Did I just do that? Oh my god, we had it. We had the costume. Alright, we're done. We had the costume, man. I was almost done with it, and then I clicked the wrong button, and I didn't notice what I clicked. Alright, anyway. You're watching this Quebecois streamer in the morning that is mind blown by this Snyder-esque take on Superman that says that every moment spent as Clark Kent sleeping his normal life is an indulgence. You can hear... No, that's stupid. The end. That's completely misinterpreting the character. That's like going, oh, Batman enjoys beating up homeless people. What? What? Like, that's completely misunderstanding the character. Oh, Batman likes beating up kids or what? Like, what? What are you talking about? Like, your Quebec streamer over there, man, what he did is he, like, did this with his fist. He got that vein to bulge up in his arm. Then he took, like, a, rubber strap, tied it around his bicep, and tapped it up real hard. Then he took whatever his poison of choice was and he just went right in there. That's that kind of person. Don't be that kind of person. Anyway, the third book I got, X Factor 93, 90s X-Men. Not terrible, probably not great. X Factor is not my favorite X team, and this is the like really weird take on X Factor. And like the original X Factor is like the original 5, who were pretending to be mutant hunters for the government or something like that. I forget how stupid it was. But you know what? I saw this and I'm like, man, I haven't read any of these books in ages. I'm going to get this just so I can read it. Look at Wolf. That's Wolfsbane, right? She's looking pretty good. Doesn't she have a kid? Like, doesn't a demon get her pregnant or something? And doesn't it get really weird? I think it gets really weird. That's like from the 2000s, though. That is not from like 1993 when this book came out. Dude, you're looking like me. Shave. You're supposed to be like the leader of this team. You gotta be clean shaven, bro. You can't be rocking the 5 o'clock 3-day shadow. Shave. I know you're in a wheelchair, bro. Shave. We were so close to nailing her costume. Oh, when she starts flying, her hair looks like feathers. That's a cool detail I didn't pick up on the interior art. It's kind of dope. Anyway, that's the power of the City of Heroes character creator, man. You can make, like, pretty much anything you can think of in there. If you see something, you can probably mock up something a lot like it. I could totally do the Fly's costume. That doesn't even look hard. I might not get the headgear or the stripe on the gloves right, but that'd be a pretty simple one. The web, on the other hand, I don't know if there's a cape that would do that. And there's certainly not a body piece that looks like that. But there could be. There could be, my friends. Oh, could there ever be? Hey, Steam just popped up stuff that's on sale, and apparently there's a game called Turnip Boy Robs a Bank, and it's on sale right now, 10% off. It's only $13.49. I don't know anything about it, but it's probably great. So waiting for me to have fun with my D&D character for my third Baldur's Gate run. I mean, What more fun do I need to have? She exists. Actually, I got to take like some better screenshots of her, because all I got is the character creator ones where it's easy to control the camera and the lighting and stuff. But I think she turned out pretty good. I think she turned out alright. Should get some stuff with her in like actual gear instead of the level 1 starter gear, but you know. Unless there's a way to make like the starter gear like your permanent look. I do like the way that starter outfit looks. It looks way more Barty than a lot of the later options, a lot of the stuff I've run into looks like. But it's not entirely clear if she's going to sing to you or stab you to death. You're taking your chances, bro. You're taking your chances. Hello, Vladimir Ponytail. Hey, half elf for stats, including the bonus +1 to Ponytail. There was a cringy comic I used to read every once in a while. Goblins, I think. And there was totally a character in that webcomic that was named Min-Max. And so his stats were like that. He had like, well, I took like a -2 to resistance to flans or something, or eating pudding. And because he did that, he got like a +1 perception to checking for this or that. Like, all those kind of like crazy weird things, which is kind of fun. Then that comic went totally, completely off the rails at some point, and I haven't been back in years. And I think there's like weird drama with the creator, but that's also the case with like every webcomic ever made. Yeah, +2 flam resist. Hey, you never know. You never know when some very kind lady, right? Some very kind lady that lives next door to you, you know, she's gonna come over and be like, "Would you care for some flan?" And you gotta be ready for it. You gotta be ready. She comes over, you know, she's like, "The caramel sauce has tequila in it," and then she lights it on fire. What are you gonna do? You're gonna say yes to that and eat the alcoholic tequila flan? I don't know, bro. You're gonna say no and disappoint her? Like, you gotta choose. You gotta optimize your stats for that situation. Make the outcome that you want to have happen actually happen. The third comic book I picked up today, oversized, DC Black Label, Batman City of Madness. I still have not read issue 1 or 2 of this. In fact, I don't know where those books are located at this moment in time. They could be over there, they could be, well, over there, they could be over there, they could be over there, they could be up there. I don't know. They're around here somewhere. But this book has like absolutely wild looking art. And so even though I haven't read it, even if nothing else, I'm going to flip through these things and just look at this crazy looking art. Because that's why I got in on this, is I like looked at one of these, I'm like, this art is nuts. This art is crazy. So I got no clue what's going on this page. I don't know who that is talking to Batman. I don't even know if that is Batman. That could be like Dark Batman or something. Who knows? I opened it up at the store and I saw this page and I was like, I have to show this giant hallucinatory Killer Croc off, because look at frickin' Killer Croc here. Like, what is even going on, bro? I don't know. I don't know. He kind of looks like Grandpappy Nurgle got to him here. Made him the super cancer Killer Croc with extra crockiness. Something of a Photoshop going on with the I don't know what you mean, dude. The dude probably just painted this on. And then applied like a blur filter to it digitally. I'm sorry that you don't like Cthulhu Batman. I'm going to guess that's Christian Ward's art, because it looks like the interior art does. Because there's apparently a variant cover by Bill Sienkiewicz, and that is so not it. at it. XLG, Batman, Cthulhu mouth tentacles. Batman Cthulhu or Cthulhu Batman. Bat-Thulu. What more do you want, dude? Lizabar is aught a burden as a Lovecraftian fan to see Cthulhu constantly misspelled. No. Even in Lovecraft, the name is spelled differently. Like there are places where it's spelled like that. What I just typed in the chat. Cthulhu. Like, he's an annoying, like, he's an unknowable cosmic entity. What, you want to spell his name correctly? I don't think you can. It's probably not even his name. His name is actually probably like... Here, I'll drop this in the chat. You'll see it before I finish saying it. But, you know, that could be his name right there. Bob. You don't know. We just call him Cthulhu because he makes us go insane. But his real name is, you just be like, hi. Boom. The greatest cosmic terror known to man has now been named in the chat. Right there. Bob from accounting. That's who he is, deep down inside. His powers as a bean counter were so great that people the world over came to fear him. When he showed up, they would go crazy because he'd be like, yo, you need to account for those 3 paper clips. And they'd be like, I never even got any paper clips. What is a paper clip? I don't even know. And then their minds would like melt, heads burst into flames, you know, all that kind of stuff. So don't mess with Bob from accounting, aka Great Cthulhu. Speaking of, like, weird horror-looking stuff, I got this out of, the Humble Bundle for this month. I don't know anything about it. It's called Scorn. Looks very H.R. Geiger. And I know nothing about this. In fact, until now, I hadn't even seen the trailer for it. I just seen the little piece of art because that was in the Steam library. Spy Riders Ranch. Did they say that down here? Depictions of... Ew. Oh, I don't know if I'm old enough to play this. Violence, blood, and gore? Yikes. Yikesy doodle, bro. Looks a little too scary for me. Like, look at that. I can't handle this. Definitely can't handle that. Ugh. This actually reminds me of, what was that movie? It's by, what's his name? Videodrome, The Fly. That's it! Cronenberg! This! That's who I was thinking of. The movie Existence. Or Existence. Where they're like descending through dream worlds, and there's one point where the main character dude like makes a gun out of the parts of like the chicken dinner they're eating at a restaurant. He like takes all the bones and he makes like a bone gun. Like, that's what that was making me think of. Thank you for dropping his name, Cronenberg. It was escaping me. Ugh. Ugh. Eh. Ugh. Wow. Oh. That's, that reminds me of, what are they called? Slime molds, right? Have you ever seen one of those? I don't even know if slime molds are animals or plants or what. There's some kind of eukaryotes, but that's about it. And I saw, oh, this is PBS. They're probably gonna, like, nuke me if I show this, but I'm gonna show it anyway. Like, that, all that bloody flesh stuff reminds me of this, because these things can react. Like, that's what all that, like, spilled flesh was. I'm sure the flesh was supposed to be, like, human flesh or something. But it just made me think of these things. I remember seeing a video many years ago where somebody, like, tapped the slime mold and it just retracted itself back across of everything that it had been on top of. Here, we're going to stop before they decide to nuke me from orbit for stealing their content, because it's PBS, and even though they're funded by taxpayer money, they're evil. Oh, that's just cool looking. Like a sarcophagus. Dude, that's going to be fun to play. I'll have to make time to play that. But yeah, that's the one thing on the Humble Bundle this month that I was kind of excited about, Scorn. Just because it looks weird. The other stuff looked kind of pedestrian and just kind of like, meh. Oh, and I was super disappointed. My key for like the DC Unlimited or whatever that they gave me in December, like, expired on January 2nd or something like that. I was like, bro, come on. What's up with that? At least the IGN Plus is good for a while. I guess I'll have to cash that in this week so I can make a video making fun of it or something like that. Anyway, that was the fourth book, the only one I paid for this week. Batthulu. Batman City of Madness. Very cool. Very weird. I still got to read the other two books. Maybe I will one of these days. Yeah, I have no idea like what IGN could offer. It seems wild to me. I did have two other things I wanted to bring up real quick. I brought this up, I showed this to Cody earlier on his stream. And I've never read this Punisher comic that she's talking about here. Punisher Max Butterfly. But this sounds really messed up. Like the whole situation. So she's the writer of the book. And after she wrote it, she basically got kicked out of the comic book industry. It's wild. So her allegation is that, good guy Axel Alonso, who I don't consider a good guy, basically had her write the main character of the book, the title character Butterfly, as taking like inspiration from all of her personal real life trauma. We'll explore all this stuff and encourage you to write about for millions to read. And then, the Punisher. Bro. I have not read this book. The very premise of the book sounds absolutely crazy. I never even heard of this. Like, I got nothing, man. I got absolutely nothing. A lurid tell-all book leads the Punisher on the trail of a hitwoman marked for death. Who is Butterfly? Will the Punisher be your salvation, temptation, or damnation? Author yada yada. Lawrence Campbell, unleash yada yada yada. Like, I got nothing, dude. But if it has got the stuff in here that she's like talking about, this seems crazy. The whole setup seems to be like some weird, we want controversy because controversy sells. That's what she's talking about basically through all of this. And then the controversy came from both sides. Like, on the one side, they like advertised it in a particular way so that they would get outrage marketing from one group. But then the people that were actually outraged were the like people who were supposed to be into like feminist stuff. And they were outraged about it too. So now she's getting like death threats and stuff for making a freaking comic book. For making a comic book. And so she even like throws in like an email from Axel Alonso here describing some of this, and who knows exactly what all communication is, but like something's about Butterfly crossover. She wanted to kiss him, bleep him, kill him, or be killed by him. She knew he was the remedy for her pain. Oh my lord, that is messed up, dude. That is some messed up stuff. So I don't know what to think about this. I'm gonna like look at this person's Twitter a little more and try to do some research and maybe see if I can track down a copy of that book to read. But that's some messed up stuff. It sounds kind of like the Axel Alonso intentionally like used her as bait for controversy, to do outrage marketing to get sales. And that's not an acceptable thing. No publisher out there, no publisher, nobody should throw people under the bus for money. Whenever that happens, it's sickening and disgusting, and it needs to stop. The other thing I just want to pull up real quick. I meant to click on through to this instead of Grum's retweet of it. But apparently Crunchyroll is shutting down the Funimation streaming service and deleting everybody's property. So if you bought stuff from Funimation, guess what? You just lost it. You just lost everything you owned that you paid real money for virtually through Funimation. This is probably to like somebody that's super into anime. This is probably like if I lost my Steam library. How terrible. How terrible. Crunchyroll is evil, by the way. I will never give $1 to Crunchyroll. I will never take a free trial of Crunchyroll. I find their business and what they do to be completely unethical, because you give them money and that money does not filter back to the original creators of the animated series that you're watching. It basically stops into Crunchyroll's pockets, lives there for a while, and then they take a couple pennies out and throw them across the ocean in the hopes of placating the people over there so they don't get sued. That's Crunchyroll's business model, in my opinion, and that's how I feel about them. That's how I feel about their ethics. That's how I feel about their business. That's how I feel about the people that run Crunchyroll. That's how I feel about the low-level employees that are going through day by day putting up with that kind of unethical stuff. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Bring it, baby. No, nobody's going to bring anything. All right, guys. Ninja Weasel, XLG, whoever's out there lurking, thank you for my view count like steadily going up over the course of this stream. That's really cool. We started out stronger than I thought with like 3 viewers, and now we've like been bouncing around. Like, that's awesome. Yeah, especially for me, because I just stream for a couple of people that are my friends to talk to, you know? So anyway, something you can look forward to is more One Operation Joker coming up, because I got volume 3 right here, and I got to sit down and read that son of a gun along with everything else. You beautiful people, you all take care of yourselves. You have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And take care of yourselves. And when you get done here, go say hi to your favorite people, whether they're online or in person. Like, whoever it is, they're going to appreciate that. Maybe throw in a hug, too. Be cool. Be cool. Bye-bye, everybody. Oh my lord, dude, I just happened to click over to where I had the Black Widow stuff open from earlier in the stream. The Japanese cover of the Black Widow Company book is awesome. Look at this. That's the worst looking Warhammer I've ever seen, but of course they can't use the original Warhammer in Japan. This is one of the mechs that got put into the Solaris 7 book. But check it out. She does not look anything like Natasha Kurinsky, but it's awesome anyway. I love this. I would like to own one of these in real life. That's sick, yes. I would, you said slick, not sick. I was going to say, I would go so far as to say it's dope sick. Anyway, I really am going to get going now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I already said that stuff. Bye-bye. We're just done. I'm going to hit stop now.